Right, here we are on our last video on paying bills. I'm in a different file now and we are on the purchases overview and I'm in the awaiting payment tab. Remembering that when we're paying accounts payable bills, we need to do that from our business and purchases overview tab, awaiting payment, so that we are actually allocating the payments to those outstanding amounts. So I'm just going to select 3 bills to be paid from this particular file. Click on batch payment. It's given me the chance to confirm, yes, there was 3 bills I wanted to pay. Next screen is where again another confirmation, and we select which bank account of ours we are wanting to pay it from, our business bank account, and we are creating a batch payment. Continue to review bills. So in this point we can come in and we can see we've got all the details here. We've got a reference number, we've got the due date, we've got bank account details, so all looks good. And up here I haven't actually put anything, and I'll show you the problem what happens if we don't do that. I'm going to continue to payment summary now, and it all looks okay. Yep, my batch has been created. I can finish and view the batch. That's good. There it is, it's showing me a breakdown, and that's my batch, and this is where I would download a file to then upload it to the bank. So I say, okay, I'd like to export my batch file, but when I click on this, I'm going to get an error. And the error is the bank reference fields are required. So that field on that screen where it said details and I didn't type anything in, that's a reference number, and the file is looking for that to be able to upload the file. And if we don't put it in there, the payment still goes through in our Xero system, but we can't generate a file. So I actually do need to go back and edit the file to fix that. So you can see you can't continue to export, you must edit the file. So I click go back and it brings me back to this screen, and I can click in here then and go options. I can edit the batch, and then I come into this screen and I can then write it up here. Let's just say I wanted it to be July accounts payable. As soon as I've got a detail in there, because that's what's going to appear on our bank account when we upload the file, you can see I get the green light, if you like. Your batch payment has been created and you can export the batch file. Click on export batch file, and it will be saved as an ABA. Now, this is not a file that we can then click and look in and see what's in there. It's a file that's read by the bank system. So essentially we save it, July accounts payable, save it somewhere on your system, remembering where you've saved it, because then you would upload it to the bank system. So that's going through the process, and we saw that there was actually our supplier details were in there. But what if our supplier's details weren't in there? Well, let's come back and go up to business and bills to pay. I think we've only got one left to pay, but that's okay. We'll just do it with that one and pretend that that's a batch payment. Actually, it doesn't matter if it isn't. Batch payment, only having one payment, one bill from the bank account. Now you can see this time there's no bank account details, but I've got this data fields that I can enter in. So 063333, I know that's one that works. I'll make up the account number. You can see actually, because there's only been one invoice, it's put in the reference number up here. The other important thing is, and I've mentioned this, when you are entering your bills, it's really important to have this reference from the bill. If we don't have a reference in here, then we will get the same error when we go to export that file a bit later on. So continue to a summary, finish, and I should be able to export this time without a problem. Yep, beautiful. I'm just going to cancel that. The other thing that you can do, and which you will be asked to do for your assignment, is actually print a copy of what the summary looks like and download that to PDF, and that way you actually get a summary, and that's actually appeared on another screen. Sorry, I'll just drag that across for you to see. Make that a bit smaller, and it just shows you a print summary, and that's purely to you can file that away along with any other information, or you can attach it to the bills that you've filed if you've got paper bills, and that's just part of your audit process. So that's our batch summary. So that's it pretty much for suppliers for now. You'll be asked to do a bit of an activity and create a batch payment for your Fatimas, and then next week we'll be moving on to dealing with customers. So bye for now.